What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. In this video here, I'm going to show you some tips, tricks, and cheats to completing the Puzzleverse rift. And even at the end, I'm going to show you how to skip it all together. So before we get started, we're going to have to get a few things here. The top of Mount Olympus, we're going to jump down here. And part of the Brotherly Mischief event here, we need to break this statue. Make sure that we have the Mjolnir hammer. Next, we're going to go into Detroit. You're going to make sure you complete the Multiverse rift. Once you have this mining ore back piece, I'm going to take that over to the other side of the Lost Relics area. Break these rainbow blocks here. And you need to make sure you have the missing link goat skin. After that, the last thing that we're going to need is also in Detroit here inside the schoolhouse. I'm going to need the baby goat / kid goat skin by completing the substitute teacher event.
Is an unincorporated community in Baltimore.
Now that we make sure we have all those things, we can go ahead and head back to the Puzzleverse and go ahead and head in. Now, if you want to complete this the normal way, first tip I'm going to show you is where to find all the right switches. So the first one's going to be right up in here between the two trees. Second one is going to be on this boat over here. Now we're going to backtrack up the stairs to the other side of this front entrance to get the last and third switch. Once inside, once we get through the first room, I'll show you where tip number 2 takes place. So you don't actually have to stay inside the lines. You just need to start in the beginning area. You can just zigzag around, whatever you want to do, and basically just get to the end of the thing here and it'll open it up. Again, on the third one here, same thing. Just cut right across. This will bring us into the third tip. Once you get in here, and if you're having a hard time trying to figure out how to do the mastermind puzzle, all you gotta do is just headbutt, see the code, go ahead and get the answer. Sometimes you may have to use the baby goat skin. You know, for me, I was able to do it with either one, so. Once you complete that, you go ahead and head through. And then if you're, sometimes like with me, I was having a hard time trying to get these puzzle pieces to fit in here. So here's, bring us on to the next tip. Is if you're having a hard time with this, like sometimes they get in and they just won't go. Like for example, this one actually did, but these ones here, trying to get them down and to fall in. All you have to do is actually go right back into this room here that you were into prior. Step in this oil. Go ahead and head back. That and those pieces will actually just fall right into place. after that, that actually brings you into the last room. So now if you're asking yourself, so why do I have to get all these extra items and things like that? Or what if I actually just don't want to do any of that stuff? Well, here's to the last thing where you can actually skip this area altogether. So what you're going to want to do is equip the Mjolnir hammer. We're going to go ahead and shoot it up into the sky and teleport ourselves up. The trick on here is to make sure you're actually kind of touching some of the surfaces, especially on each one of these buildings. If you try to just fly over the top of the whole thing, it will teleport you back to the start. So just gonna make sure you just kind of take your time a little bit and make sure you touch down on each one of the buildings here so you can make it all the way to the end. Right. Now that we've made it to the end, what you're going to do is go onto the right-hand side and fall down on top of this little windowish area here. And what we're going to do is change into the kid goat. And you want to come up here in the middle. You basically want to push yourself right up against the side as much as you can. Then you're going to change into the missing link goat. And you can kind of see that it's kind of glitched into the wall a little bit. And you're just going to ragdoll and push yourself forward at the same time. And it'll actually clip right in through into the last room. And then we can go ahead and finish this last puzzle. As you can see up here, like the doors haven't been open or anything like that. And you can just basically go right up here, headbutt this item a few times, and complete the Puzzleverse altogether without even doing any of it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.